This section of tests is without using calculator, not allowed. Anyway, we have a question here. What is the average value of y equals sine 2x? Y equals sine 2x over the period pi over 4 to pi over 3. When they tell you the average value, that's what you're going to do. It's the integration of the given function sine 2x let's make it nice here, sine 2x with respect to x from pi, from 1/4 pi to 1/3 pi. All you divided by pi over 3 minus pi over 4. Or you could multiply times 1 over pi over 3 minus pi over 4. Pay attention to that. So we want to evaluate first. Let's evaluate first. We will evaluate first this integral. Let's do it. Okay, so to do that here, you could do it right away, or you could use substitution method. I'll go with you step by step. Use substitution method. We're going to substitute for 2x. So that will be u equals 2x. Then we need to substitute for dx. Of course, when you do the derivative for u with respect to x, derivative of 2x is 2. And we're looking for dx. dx over 1 is dx, and du over 2 is a half du. So we could say that dx equals dx over 1 equals du over 2, which is a half du. So that's what I'm looking for to substitute. Also, if you will use substitution method, this bounds for x. Now we need new bounds for u. So let's set it first. It will be the integral of sine, replace u for 2x. 2x equals u, sine u. And for dx, we replace a half du. Write down a half before the integration, and here is du. The new bounds, don't copy pi over 4 and pi over 3. It's expired for now. Let's say that. Okay. We have to change these bounds because this bounds for x, we want it for y. So what you're going to do is to plug it in pi over 4 here and plug it in pi over 3 here to find u1 and u2. So u1 will be 2 times pi over 4. 2 times pi over 4. It will be pi over 2. And here is pi over 2, the new bound. And u2 will be 2 times pi over 3. So it will be 2/3 pi. 2/3 pi. Now we could integrate. The integration of sine u is negative cosine u. And the new bounds is from pi over 2 to 2/3 pi. And we still have a half outside. I'm going step by step with you. You could take negative with a half, so negative half, set it outside, and then you're gonna plug it in 2/3 pi in here minus pi over 2. Remember, f of 2 minus f of 1. So it will be cosine of 2/3 pi minus cosine of a half pi. Okay. So as we know, pi is 180. 180 divided by 3 is 60. 60 times 2 is 120. Cosine of 120, if you remember, is similar to cosine of 60, but it's in second quadrant. Then it will be negative a half. So this is negative a half. Little sign like this, if you forgot it, it will change the whole answer. Minus cosine of 180 divided by 2 is 90. Cosine of 90 is 0. So it will be negative a half times, it's negative a half times negative half outside. Then it will be 1/4. So the evaluation of that, it will be 1/4. The evaluation of this will be 1/4. Let's go down with it here. Here, 1/4. Now, we want to evaluate 1 over pi over 3 minus pi over 4. Okay, we'll green it. 1 over 1/3 pi. Okay, let's do it here. 1 over pi over 3 minus pi over 4. You're going to take the common denominator, which is 12, and then you cross multiply. 4 times pi is 4 pi, minus 3 times pi, 3 pi. Then it will be 4 pi minus 3 pi is 1 pi over 12, all under 1. So 1 over fraction, just reciprocal fraction, to be 12 over 4. And this is the value of the outer here. So this is the value of 1 over 1/3 pi minus pi over 4. And we have the value of the integration, which is 1/4. We multiply 1/4 times, so it will be 1/4 times 12 over 4. 12 over pi. Cancel out 4 with 4. Then finally it will be 3 over pi. So the answer will be C.